friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy here, and I am excited today to share with you the Bring Back My Pack collection from Close to My Heart. Every once in a while they have a special that they call Bring Back My Pack, and that's where they take a rather popular collection from years ago and bring it back kind of with a facelift. They update the colors and they kind of tweak it a little bit. So they have brought back 4 Always, and I believe this collection debuted back in either 2013 or 2015. So I got the product bundle. When you go to my website and you click on the tab promotions, you will see this in the drop down box. And what I love about Close to My Heart is their specials. You can buy everything a la carte, or you can buy them in bundles and get a discount. So this is the product bundle for 4 Always, and it consists of 2 stamp sets. So we've got the Love Doily, gorgeous detail in here, and then 2 great sentiments. And then we've got the In the Background. As you can see, I just got my collection. I haven't even used these stamp sets yet. I did have this one back in 2015 or 2013, and I loved it, and I used it to death. I could not find it in my stash, so I went ahead and purchased another one. I love this floral, but I love the chevrons and the stripes, and these are very easy to line up. Great for card making as well as scrapbooking. So then we've got our pattern paper, and I have cut into my pattern paper in my cardstock. First, let me show you the sticker sheet. This is my favorite sticker. I love this film strip. I think it is darling. And what's neat about this one, in between those border stickers, we've got another like 1/8 inch kind of, what am I looking for? The background, like with the words, like the stamp we had in the Dream Maker, a sticker like that. You've got all these great words here. Again, great for scrapbooking as well as card making and paper crafting in general. Then some nice big titles, some banners, some tags, and then some little filler things. So great sticker sheet. Again, like all Close to My Heart stickers, it's a thicker sticker. It's a matte finish, so you can journal on them, you can stamp on them and not worry about smudging. So then let me show you the paper patterns. Like I said, I've already cut into this. So there's a pattern on one side and then a pattern on the other, and you've got the zip strips. And I really like these papers. It's just classy. This is my favorite, the little words, the vintage words. And then we've got this chevron, which is just like that stamp set. And the back side is that one, kind of like that iCat. And then I love this zip strip. Everyone says you can only fall in love once, but that's not true, because every time I see you, I fall in love all over again. Love that. And then we've got, which I showed you in the back of that. So let's see, there are, I believe, 3 different sheets and 6 different patterns. Yeah, 3 different sheets. So there is the one side with the zip strips, and then there is the back side. So it's black and then it's white as well as French vanilla. So you can go with the white daisy or the French vanilla and be successful. And then we've got the coordinating cardstock. And what Close to My Heart did is they put together cardstock colors that would go with the sticker sheet. So we've got Desert Rose, we've got Mist, we've got Rosemary, and the black, and then we've got Toffee and French vanilla. And just like all other cardstocks, our cardstock is two-sided. So you've got a dark side and a light side, a dark side and a light side. Here is the dark side, and I can show you right here is the light side, and then you've got the black, and then the toffee, the dark side, and the light side. So a great combination. However, if you are working on a wedding or a party or just everyday life or family photos and these colors don't go, but the black and the white do, you can throw in whatever color you want. So we are actually going to use this today. What I am going to do is on Saturday, it's my husband and my 28th wedding anniversary, and I need to make him a card. And I got this sketch from Paige Evans, and I loved the heart. If you caught my last video, I used these thin cuts to cut the triangles for the page I did about my niece running. So this is the page I did last week, and I used all those triangles and did this page about my niece running the Boston Half Marathon. I had so much fun using these thin cuts, and I have to say I used them last July during virtual convention, and then used them in August and September, and then I kind of forgot about them. And when I pulled them out to do that running layout, I forgot how much fun I had with them. So I thought, when I saw this sketch, I said, oh my gosh, I can use these again. And I thought they would be small enough that I could do a 5x7 card, but they are actually too big. And then I said, okay, I'll do a 6x8 page. And they were still too big. So what I am going to do, as you can see, I already ran my thin cuts through with all those fun black and white patterns. And I'm gonna make a real simple 8.5 by 11 page. And that's actually going to be my husband's anniversary card. I thought maybe I'll frame it, and we can put it on the dresser in the bedroom, or I don't know what, but I'm going to do an 8.5 by 11 card. Maybe I'll set up a breakfast table and I'll use that as a centerpiece. I think I like that idea. I like using scrapbook pages as party decor, so perhaps maybe I will do that. So the photo that I am going to use on this page is this one, and this was actually taken on our wedding day. I grew up in Connecticut, and this is taken at the Capitol building in Connecticut. And a fun story, my youngest is a ballet dancer. She dances with Ballet Hartford. Never thought I'd have a child who would be living and dancing 15 minutes from where I grew up. But right at the end of the season in May, the ballet company went and did a photo shoot in the Capitol building, and my daughter texted me a picture and said, guess where I am? And I knew exactly where she was. So this is a 2x3 photo, and I'm using that because that's exactly what, well, the sketch said a 3x4, and I had cut a 3x4 and it was much too big. I think this was a misprint because in her book she says she likes to use 2x3. So I went ahead and printed this 2x3, and I thought it would be a great picture to use on a card. And then I went ahead and used that desert rose, and I used that to map the picture because I thought it brought in the pinky rose color from the tile on the floor. So I'm going to get this cleaned up and we're going to get started. All right, so as I mentioned, I already ran these two thin cuts through my die cut machine, and I have a whole pile here of my triangles. Let's go ahead and mount our photo onto the Desert Rose cardstock, and I really like how that looks. I was really surprised. I thought for sure that this was going to fit a 5x7 card or even a 6x8 layout, but it did not. So that's okay. We are going to make this work. So I have my sketch here, and I am just going to follow this sketch. And as you can see, the triangles just fit together in fours to create squares. So I'm going to leave this to the side, and I will go ahead and get started on adhering these. Maybe I'll dry fit a few, and then I won't make you watch me adhere everything. I'll do that off camera and then come back in and we will embellish. Now, because I am going to use this as a card, so to say, I am not going to worry about it just being one tiny photo. This is, I'm thinking of this as one great big card. And I'm going to move this down just a little bit. And then once we get this placed the way we want it, I can start adhering. Now, in the sketch, there's dotted lines around all of the triangles. You can, of course, stitch, but I am not going to do that. I am going to just do this quick and easy. And I just had so much fun with the triangles on my last page that I wanted to use them again. That thin cut, I don't know, if you're loving triangles and squares and you want an easy way to cut them, I do recommend that thin cut. It is available on my website. It is on the retired items list, so it will be going away once it's sold out. But I will list all of the products that I use that are still available in the description below, so you can take a peek at that. So this is coming together pretty quickly. And I'm just kind of doing this rather quickly because I'm dry fitting it, just to show you how it is going to come together. So it's going to look something like that. And then we'll put our picture maybe like right here. And then if you look in the picture, it's got some splatters, it's got some hearts, and then it's got its title. So what I did is I pulled out some thin cuts, and we have this thin cut that says Love You. It is still available, item Z4331. And I thought I could just do one big title like this. And you know, our colors were green. It was like a hunter green. So this color wasn't even in our wedding, our bridal party, but that's okay because I chose this color because I really liked how it brought out the tile in the picture. So we've got Love You. And then for all the hearts, because these are tiny triangles, I went ahead and got out my Hearts background thin cut. This one is also still available. And lots of times I will run this through because you get all different size hearts in one pass. And I put two, one on top of each other, so I get double them out, and then you can use this for another project. So I've got all kinds of different size hearts here, and they're also kind of different shapes. So I could maybe do one a little bit bigger than that. Let's see if we have a, I think that's too big. I think this is going to be the right one. So we can put one there, and I can do, I think I'll stick to all the same size. We can put another one there, and maybe, I don't know, one right there, just to add a little bit more color. And then I did pull out some background stamp sets. So this is brush strokes, and I like that little splatter. You could also bring a shimmer trim in, or a shimmer brush in if you wanted to. Then there's, of course, that one that I love. And then we have a brand new one in our July-August stamp set. And I was thinking maybe the words. I love this one. But then I thought that might compete with all the designs in the pattern paper. So let me go ahead and get this adhered, and then we'll come back and we'll add our stamping, because if you look at this, you can see the stamping goes over some of the triangles or right up against it. So I'm going to get this adhered, and then I will be right back. All right, I've got my heart all adhered down, and I really like how that looks. It's just very simple. So I'll show you when the picture said to use a 3x4. Here is a 3x4 picture, and that is just much too big. So that's why I went to the 2x3, and I think that's perfect for a little framed card for my husband. So now what we're going to do is add our splatters, and I am going to go ahead and use this image, which is from the background elements, and I know I've used this many times before. I'm not even going to put it on the block. I'm just going to do it really imperfectly. So I've got my Archival Black. I'm going to ink up. I'm a little nervous stamping on the page that I've already adhered to, but the good thing about splatters is they are not, there's no right or wrong way. So maybe I should use a block. Oh, I like that. And then we'll move this and we'll come down here. I like that. And then we will come up here. And you know, as I was doing this, I just thought I also could have done that in the Desert Rose color to give it some more color. That would be really nice. However, I am going to do the title in that Desert Rose. But if I had wanted to do this in the Desert Rose, I could have done the title in black. But let's see how the Love You. I also thought about cutting 28 years, but I think I'm just going to do this. And then I could even sign my name too if I wanted to. So let's go ahead and adhere that. And I think I'll use my liquid glue for this. So this thin cut is from a while back, but it is still available, and it's a great one. I pull it out all the time for quick cards, and it's great for embellishments on scrapbook pages. I should have tweezers to do this, but oh, and I smudged. Darn it. All right, we're gonna have to go to Plan B with this. We'll figure out how we are going to fix that smudge. Maybe I can strategically place this right over the smudge. And I think that's going to work. Phew! Okay, so let's go ahead and add some more glue. Liquid glass works great for little intricate things like this. I'm using the Barely Art glue, something with a fine nozzle. So that is going to cover up that smudge perfectly. So don't panic when you get a smudge, because 9 times out of 10, mistakes turn into happy mistakes. And that's just a little bit of adhesive that I can erase once this is dry. Can also, maybe we'll add some sparkles too. That would be fun. And then I'm thinking maybe, do I want to pop that? Maybe I will pop that with some thin foam tape. Let's see, I think I have some thin foam tape here. So the photo will pop. So don't be afraid to make smaller scrapbook pages for cards. Think of them as just big cards. And I know they sell big cards in the card store. And then I could put this in our album after the day is over. But I like the idea of maybe making breakfast and then just having this framed on the table. So we'll adhere the picture and then we will add the hearts, and then we'll see about maybe adding some sparkles or maybe some black enamel dots. So put this, let's see, maybe like that. Shows that it's on an angle in the sketch. Not that you have to do it exactly the way the sketch is, but I'm going to stick pretty close to it. And I'm going to put a dab of glue there, and we will add a heart right here. So I want to know, if you are married, is your wedding out? Have you scrapbooked all your pictures? I was fortunate that my sister did a wedding album for me. That was her gift to me. So my wedding is scrapbooked, and I got our honeymoon all scrapbooked. I came home from the honeymoon and I worked on that before. I was a school teacher, so I worked on it before school started, because I knew once school started, I would not have the time. But I've been having a lot of fun revisiting photos. I don't know if that's too much. You could get carried away here. You know what? Maybe the little tiny hearts might be nice. I don't know. It's very easy to kind of get carried away. I kind of like that little one right there. Maybe we'll do that. Teeny, teeny, tiny. So if you have tweezers, you might want to use those. Yeah, I like that. All right, I like that. I think that this is really cute. Now, should we add some sparkles or some black enamel hearts? Could even do flowers. So here are the sparkles. I'm thinking maybe sparkles instead of hearts because we don't want to compete with the hearts. So I think I might just slide one right there where that little mark is. And then we want to do groups of 3. So we'll do one right here. And then maybe one right here. And you know, I think I'm going to keep it just like this. But the last thing we'll do is we'll just add some doodle lines around the edge. So what I'm thinking maybe is we could do dashes, or we could do, let's practice. Let's get the sketch. So I was originally thinking, and then we could do little hearts, but I don't know, that might be too many hearts. Yeah, so maybe we'll just go like this. Just to kind of ground it, because I think it needs a little something. So I'll start it and then I will finish it off camera. So I am dragging my wrist and I do not want it to be perfect. So we will go all the way down. Maybe I will do it all on camera for you. And then once we go all around the perimeter, we'll go back with the second more squiggly line. And I tend to do that to hide all my imperfections. So now we're just gonna I have to admit that I am more in love with this For Always collection now than I was in 2015. I have lots of ideas on how I can use it. I'm using it for an anniversary of a wedding. I think it would be great for dance photos, for family photos, for portraits, maybe for personality pages. If you've got some favorite photos of family members and you want to do a personality page, it would go great for the holidays, adding greens and reds, proms. I mean, so much. Yeah, I think that just really grounded it. And gotta love the black LaPen, right? So there you have it. I am pleased with this. Short, simple, and sweet. And what makes it super quick is these thin cuts. And I don't know why they were in my stash and I hadn't pulled them out. And after I did the page last week of my niece running, and I saw this sketch by Paige Evans, I'm like, oh, I can pull this thing cut out again. I think this is a tool that it's a everyday tool. It will go with everything, and it's so much nicer to have perfect triangles than trying to cut them yourself. So there is my page. I am going to frame it and put it on the table, and give it to my husband on Saturday, July 15th, when we celebrate 28 years. 28 years, wow. That went by really, really fast. I'm not old enough to be married 28 years, am I? Anyway, if you liked this video and could give me a thumbs up, I sure would appreciate it. If you don't already subscribe and could hit that subscribe button, feel free to share this with friends and family. That just helps YouTube to know you want to see more videos like this. Helps me to grow my little channel. I appreciate your support, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.